Hello, what's up? I'm back, and I'm 26 now, today, when I'm uploading this. So that's cool. I thought that I would do 26 questions for my 26th birthday, which is on the 26th. It's my, golden birthday. I think that's what you call it. Because I did 25 questions for my 25th birthday and it was fun to do and it seemed to do well. So I asked on Instagram what questions you guys had for me. I got a lot. I got a lot of questions. I went through all of them. I picked 26 of them. We're here to answer them. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm just gonna start answering questions. It's gonna be a long one, I think. So bear with me. The first question that I got is, what are you most proud of yourself for? I think that I am most proud of myself for this last year. I learned how to drive with my hand controls. I got my own car. I got a job. And I got an apartment. I'm very proud of myself for being independent regardless of having a disability. I'm still just doing life by myself and I'm here, so I must be doing something right. Would you rather live without music or without books? that one that's a tough one for me to answer, because if you know me even a little bit, you know that those two things are extremely important in my life. I think if I had to pick one, though, I think that I would rather live without books. I really love reading. It's one of my favorite things to do. I've always really loved reading, but there's nothing in the world that compares to music. I think I would lose my mind if I didn't have music. How is your job going and what do you do? My job is going fantastic. I love my job. I love where I work. I love the people I work with. I love it there. I really like it a lot. It's just amazing. I got hired as seasonal, but then they decided to hire me permanently, and they just gave me keys to the store the other day, which is super exciting because I'm all trustworthy and stuff and responsible. I'm such an adult. What do I do? I work in a retail store. I'm a key holder at a retail store. I don't feel super comfortable disclosing exactly what store it is, because I've been asked that a lot. Where do you work? What store do you work at? I'm not gonna be answering that one just because I don't think that it's necessary to put on the internet. But I work in retail. I ring people up. I'm a cashier, and I do customer service and stuff like that. Are you going to give us an apartment tour? I think that I will. One of these days I will. I don't have a lot in here. My living room is the only place that's really done. I have my pictures and stuff hanging up, which just looks it looks like my old room because I just have all the same artwork hanging up. My bedroom is pretty bare right now. It just kind of has a bed in it, and then I have a bathroom. My apartment's really small, so when I do give the apartment tour, it's probably not going to be a very long video because my apartment is mini. It's really small. I like it though. It's cozy. Have I ever dated a girl? I have. I have dated men and women and non-binary people. I don't have a preference on gender. I don't think that it matters that much. I think that as long as you are a genuinely kind human being and you can make me laugh and you like animals, then what's up? Am I thinking about getting more tattoos? I am thinking about getting more tattoos. I don't have my stomach tattooed yet, and I don't have my back tattooed yet, and I really want to get those done. I know what I want. I just haven't committed to the time, money, and pain that needs to go into those. I don't like getting tattooed. I used to, but now that I have so many, I'm over it. I don't like sitting for hours and getting just needles drug across my skin. It's not like fun. And I have big scars on my stomach and my back, so I'm like really nervous to get tattooed over them. That's why I'm holding off. But I think probably sometime this year I will at least get my stomach tattooed. It's one of my plans. What's funnier than 25? 26. I love the SpongeBob references. Do I have any hobbies? I do, kind of. I read books and I play video games. And I guess YouTube is kind of like a hobby, even though I've been lacking, and I am sorry. I'm making it a priority to make more content this year. But I think that counts as a hobby. My friends and I have been doing that Hunt a Killer every month. We've done 2 of them now, but my friend got like a subscription for 6 months, so we got 5 more months to go, because we did 1 and then she got the subscription. So I think that also counts as a hobby. I like to play board games with my friends, but Hunt a Killer is like different. It's not really a board game. It's like solving a murder mystery. It's very, very, very cool. I like it a lot. Am I dating someone? No. Like, not... No. Like, not really. I don't know. Is anyone dating anyone? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. I'm not in a relationship right now. So, no? I don't know. Biggest accomplishments. I think, like, my number 1 biggest accomplishment is just being able to be myself and not let, like, my situation control myself and my emotions. I'm very proud of myself for still being very authentically me. I'm very proud of myself for overcoming so many obstacles that came with getting paralyzed and like almost dying. I was in a really bad spot for a long time, and now I think that I'm doing great. I'm like fairly happy for the most part. Am I planning on getting another dog? I am not planning on getting another dog, but I have been thinking about getting a kitten or a cat. Pixie loves cats. I love cats. I've never had my own cat. And I don't know, I'm thinking about it. I think I might get a little cat. That would be, I don't know, that would make me happy. What is my big 3? I am an Aquarius sun, a Sagittarius rising, and a Capricorn moon. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I've tried to get into astrology and I just can't quite like grasp it completely. But from what I've gathered, it means that I'm like emotional and weird. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's my big 3. Yeah, whenever I tell anyone I'm an Aquarius, they're like, oh yeah, okay, I see it. Just because Aquariuses are like odd, I guess. And I guess I'm like a little bit odd. That's fine. I'm an individual. How many pairs of Vans do I own? I had to stop recording and go count because I didn't know off the top of my head. I own 13 pairs of Vans. Do I wear all of them? No. Have I worn all of them at least once? Yeah, for sure. I usually just stick to my super dirty, ripped up pair of black and white skate highs because they go with everything. I should get a new pair because several dogs have chewed on these ones and they're not looking the best. What is my dream job? My dream job would be anything that has to do with like animals. I love working with the public. I love working with people, but I really want to be able to do something to help animals. I love animals, but not like a vet or anything because I can't handle seeing sick and hurt animals. I can help from a distance with that kind of thing, but I cannot see it in person or I will bawl like a little baby idiot because that's what I am. I get way too emotional when it comes to animals, but I would love to be able to do something to like help out sick and homeless animals. I just don't know exactly what yet. What are my favorite kinds of movies? I really like documentaries. I also really like horror movies. Anything that's like scary or like gory. I like gory horror movies. Like I don't really like the suspenseful like jump scare movies. I like more of like the like campy gore type of movies. I feel weird saying that out loud. I also really like comedies, just like stupid like fart humor type of comedies. I watch other kinds of movies, but those are like what I look for. If I'm looking for something to watch, that's what I would look for. What is my ethnicity? I get this question all the time, like whether it be on social media or in person. People ask me all the time. I'm white. I'm just like super white. I am a quarter Sicilian, like Italian. My mom is like a pinch native, so I'm like a pinch of a pinch native, so I don't even really mention it usually because it's like barely anything. And then I'm just like Irish and French and Welsh and fucking all the other white things. I'm just white. Would I date someone younger than me? I don't know. I'm not. I guess I won't say no. I'm not like opposed to the idea, because if I met someone who was like just an amazing person, as long as they are over 21 or 21 or over, I think that I would be open to it. I typically date people that are older than me. I don't think that I ever have dated anyone younger than me, if I'm being completely honest. But I'm not 100% opposed to the idea. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Like, there's always a possibility for me to date someone younger than me, as long as they are of age. What is my favorite food? Potatoes. Just like any form of potatoes. Mashed potatoes, scalloped potatoes, French fries, tater tots, JoJo's, potato soup, baked potatoes, not raw potatoes. They're not that good. I've tried them before. They're like not that great. But I always say that if I could only eat one food for the rest of my life, it would be potatoes, because they are so versatile and so tasty. I love potatoes so much. What is the first thing that I do when I get home from work? I come home. I usually sit in my car for like a couple minutes and kind of just like decompress from like working and driving. Then I come to my apartment. I open the door. I say, "Hello, little baby princess Pixie," and then I pet her and I hold her and we hug and we're like, "Oh my gosh, I missed you so much." And then I put my stuff away. I wash my hands. I take her outside to go to the bathroom. I come back. I give Pixie dinner. We hang out. I usually turn on music, like light some candles. I'll make myself food. No matter what time it is, no matter what time I get off of work, because I usually don't eat before work unless I work like night shifts, or not night, like evening shifts. I typically don't eat like in the morning, so if I get off in the afternoon or in the evening or at night, I'll come home and make food, and then depending on my mood, I'll just like, I don't play some video games or watch a movie. Nothing super exciting, just like normal, average, boring people stuff. But I mean, the first thing that I do when I get home is like love on my dog, and then make sure that she's pottied and fed, because she is my number one priority. What is one thing that I want to do most when the pandemic is over? That is assuming that the pandemic will ever be over. Sorry, that was not very optimistic of me, but I don't know if anything will ever go completely back to like normal, or like what our version of normal was before. I don't know if we'll ever get back to that, but I really I want to go to a barcade, like it's an arcade for 21 and up because they sell beers and stuff. I just want to like drink a beer and play arcade games with strangers. I don't know. I miss it so much. This is the first year for my birthday that I won't be able to go to a barcade. I've done it every single year since I was 22. And this is the first year that I don't think I can do it. I don't think any of them are open. I also I'm really looking forward to when no one has to wear masks anymore and we can just smile at each other. I don't know. I miss smiling at people and I miss seeing people's smiles. I don't know. That makes me sad. But yeah, those are the things that I want to do. What's the most useless talent that I have? I can belch like really loud. Really, really loud. I can't do it on command, otherwise I would right now. It's actually kind of gross, but I can belch like, I don't ever just burp. I belch, and I have since I was like a small child. I don't know why, but I feel like that's kind of like talented. A lot of people can't do that, and it is literally useless. It will not do me any good ever, but I can do it. What kind of music am I into? I mostly listen to surf punk, like alternative indie type stuff, or like pop punk, because I can't escape my scene phase. That's mostly what I also listen to like ignorant, like loud rap, like just really, really loud. Some days I'm just feeling it and I'll turn up my radio all the way in my car and just like blast some like rap. But I would say more often than not, I listen to like surf punk or like alternative indie type of stuff. Do I get any attention in public from being a YouTuber? That's weird that I was just called a YouTuber and like, but yes, which is also really weird. I get recognized pretty frequently at work, which is always it's just always, every single time, no matter how often it happens, it blows my mind when people are like, I watch your videos and you're such an inspiration and like, I love you. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, it's so cool. It's so cool. It makes me all like warm and fuzzy inside. It makes me so happy and I feel like really special and like appreciated, and it makes me so happy. But I don't know if you've ever spoken to me in person, told me that you recognized me from like YouTube or Instagram. Was I weird about it? I try not to be weird about it, but it makes me nervous. I don't know, because I feel like I am such a like, I don't like, just like a normal boring person, and people recognize me and they're like, you're so cool and like I like you so much and I love your videos, and I'm like, that's crazy. That's awesome that people just enjoy listening to me talk about nothing. But yeah, I do get attention in public because of my social media platforms, and I never expected that, but I am very recognizable. So I think that if you saw me on YouTube or in a picture one time, you would probably recognize me if you saw me again, because I am covered in tattoos and in a wheelchair. I am not an inconspicuous individual. I stick out like a lot. Also, if you do see me in public, please say hi, because I get messages sometimes where people are like, I saw you, but I didn't want to be weird and say hi. It's not weird. Please say hi. I like it. It always makes my day. It makes me really happy. What are my favorite tattoo aftercare products? Personally, I don't use anything on my tattoos. When I get tattooed, I tend to like dry heal them. So what I do is I don't touch them really. I will if they're like the first few days when they're like goopy or whatever. I'll use like regular unscented hand soap and like gently wash the tattoo, and then just pat it dry with like a towel. I won't put any lotion or anything on it until after all of like the scabbing has come off. And then when all the scab is gone and it's just flaky, then I will put like a very light layer of unscented like lotion on it, but a very, very minimal amount. I tend to just kind of like let my body heal it on its own, because tattoos are wounds essentially, and your body knows how to handle, like knows how to heal wounds. So I just trust my body to take care of my tattoos for me. It usually works out. I haven't had any issues. What is a piece of advice that I would give to younger me? Like what I would tell my younger self? I think the biggest piece of advice I would give to my younger self is like, don't be so stupid. Take things more seriously. Be aware of who you're surrounding yourself with. Like, make better decisions. Yeah. I made a lot of mistakes when I was a teenager, and looking back on teenage me, it's hard for me to even believe that person is me. Like, that was me. It blows my mind, because I'm a completely 100% like different person now, and some of the things that I did when I was younger, I can't even fathom doing now. There's no way that I would do most of those things. So I think, yeah, the biggest piece of advice I would probably just say, like, think things through, make better decisions. Like, just don't be such an idiot, you know? Okay, and my last question, my 26th question is, if you had one wish, what would it be? I think I may have answered this one in my last video. If I did, it has not changed. My one wish is to just be happy, to just be genuinely happy. For a long time, my one wish was to walk again, but then I was thinking about it one day, a few years ago, I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, even if I was able to walk again, it wouldn't necessarily mean that my life would be better. It wouldn't necessarily mean that I would be happy and content. I just think the main goal in life is to just be genuinely 100% happy and content with yourself and with your life. And any wish that you make, you're wishing that in hopes that that wish will make you happy. So I think just cut to the chase, skip the middleman. I just wish to be happy. Which I'm like fairly happy and fairly content in my life. I have, moments, everyone does. I have days, sometimes I have weeks where I'm not happy, and I'm upset, and I don't think life's fair, and like I just find myself spiraling back into like this depressive, antisocial just hole that I used to be in. And then I remember like how absolutely horrible that time in my life was, and how far I've come since then. And then that usually helps me get out of it, because I am doing so much better than I ever even imagined I would be doing. There's no way. When I first got paralyzed, I never thought that I would drive. I never thought that I would have a car. I never thought that I would have my own apartment. I never thought that I could take care of my animals. I never thought that I would make new friends, make solid friends. I never thought that I could have relationships or anything. I thought that I was done for, and it turns out that it was not like the end all be all. Sure, it's made everything like more difficult. Literally every aspect of my life is more difficult than it used to be, but it's doable. Nothing is unattainable, except for the cheese on the top shelf at the grocery store, as I can't reach it. I have to ask strangers for it. I don't know. I think like 26 years on this planet is crazy. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know if I'm like still young, or am I starting to get old? I'm confused about my age. I'm confused that I actually am 26 and that I'm an adult, because I still feel like I'm 15 and I'm just like this dumb little baby that like doesn't know what she's doing. But I think I'm doing pretty good. I think that this year is off to a good start for me personally. Um, I am making it like a goal to just ignore all negativity and just not even give it any time or energy because it's not worth it. I am I'm very, very determined to focus on the positive things in my life and keep myself happy and only keep positivity around me and only keep people in my life that are bringing me happiness. Um, I think I'm off to a good start because I have cut off a big chunk of my life that was really bringing me down and really bringing a lot of negativity to my life every single day since the day I was born. And I no longer have that in my life, and I'm just like, I think I'm thriving. I think that I'm doing good. I think it's good. So here's to 26. Cheers. With nothing. I don't have anything to. I have a strawberry bubbly that is from last night, so I'm not gonna drink it. But cheers. Um, to good health and positivity and happiness. I wish it all on you. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for asking me all these questions. Thank you for giving me support. Thank you for being patient with me and giving me the time that I needed to take a break and kind of like find myself again and get comfortable being able to post on the internet again. I appreciate every single one of you. Just thanks. I don't know. You guys are so sweet. I will be back. I will be back with more videos. I pinky promise. I will make more content for you guys. And I'm gonna take this YouTube journey a little more seriously and really try to be more present on the internet again because it makes me happy. It makes you guys happy. It's a win-win. So thank you. I will see ya sometime.